Firstly, you need to mod your driver. Make sure you have modded it, and you can continue. Just go to your installation folder, Marvel Spider-Man 2, and I have provided the files that you need in the description, and everything you need is there. Now we are going to install several files, but we need to make a backup in case something goes wrong. This is the original file. I'm going to rename it, or you can just place it to another folder. That's up to you. And this is the FSR file, and then we need to back up this one for the Intel XeSS file. And now we're ready to go, and we're good to go. Now I recommend that you're using the latest version of OPTISCALER, that is this version, pre-7 build, and you can download for free, of course, and just drag and drop some files that we need, like this one, and then frame generation for upscaler. Wait a minute, just everything that I highlight here in the XeSS frame generation, and this is important too. Upscaler, Falcon, we don't need Falcon. Okay, and then OPTISCALER, of course. And alright, I think that's all. Just drag and drop them in the installation folder. Alright, now we're installing the FSR 4. Just copy the file. It will replace this one, so actually we don't need to track this one, upscaler. We can just delete it or just paste the new file, and it will ask to replace, and just replace the file. Now we're going to go to the optiscaler.ini file. Just type optiscaler, and it will be here, and we can choose for the upscaler. We need to change it manually to FSR 31. For the frame generation, I'm going to turn it off in the time being, but if you were wishing to use the frame generation, let's give it a try. I'm going to use the input is FSR FG, and for the output I'm going to try to use the Intel XeFG. That is actually more powerful than the FSR frame generation. And Control F and type this one, DXGI, and we are going to DXGI spoofing and change from auto to false. We don't need to spoof our card. Now click save. Alright, then we can close this file, and for the OPTISCALER, rename to DXGI.dll. Alright, now we're good to go. And for the FSR 4, this is the FSR 4. Alright, now we are going to launch the game. Open this one, Spider-Man 2.exe, and go to settings. We need to, alright, so it is actually activated as FSR 4.0.2 already, and we don't need to change anything from here. And just don't use this one, don't use the exclusive full screen if you're going to use the frame generation. Using this one inside, and this actually the window full screen if I'm not mistaken. Alright, from the graphics I have this one. For the settings, I turn off everything related to ray tracing because my card is not good enough, it's weak actually. And I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to launch the game. Alright, now we are going to have a look whether the OPTISCALER is installed properly or not. So you can see in the left corner bottom there that the OPTISCALER text appears, meaning that the OPTISCALER is successfully installed. And I'm going to use my controller. Alright, now I'm going to go to just continue first, waiting for the game to load up. And alright, this is a cutscene. Alright, I'm going to swing there, and I'm going to stop in this roof, on this roof. Now we're going to press insert key to open the OptiScaler window, and you can see here I'm going to make it even smaller by choosing the drop down arrow here and change it to 0.8. Alright, now this is actually already activated as FSR 4.0.2, and we can have a look. Oh, wait a minute. FPS overlay, I'm going to check this one, and I'm going to move it from top left to top right, and from just FPS to full plus graph. And you can see there in the top right, this is FFX DX12, and that is directed to FSR 4.0.2, meaning that we are already using the FSR 4.0.2. And we can change it to Intel XeSS if you wish, or is you're going just to make sure that everything works fine. Intel XeSS, just make sure to check, click on change upscaler, and it will give you a brief freeze in your game, but it will work afterwards. Now we are using the Intel XeSS upscaler, and probably I'm going to go down and go to the crowd. Wait a minute, I'm going to go to the crowd here. Alright, so this is the graphics quality of the Intel XeSS upscaler, and I'm going to press insert key again, and you can see here that the graphics quality is actually it's quality if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go to the in-game settings. Alright, go to settings and display and graphics, and we can have a look at the frame generation. FSR 4.0.2 is being activated, and upscale quality I'm going to find any other balance quality. So we have ultra performance balance quality, but we don't have ultra quality. So this is the highest upscale quality that we have, and it's activated as FSR 4.0.2 already. And for the time being, the frame generation is off, and it is active. Sorry, the upscaler is activated as the using the Intel XeSS. Actually, it's not 2.0.2. I believe that it is the latest version of the Intel XeSS, but the OptiScaler team, I don't know whether they forgot, or I don't know if they just miswrote or spell it wrongly. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it should be 2.1.2. Alright, now we're going to compare it to the Intel to the FSR 4.0.2. I'm going to change the upscaler. Actually, there is not really difference here, but if we change it to FSR 3.1.5, I'm going to change the upscaler. Alright, so we have this issue here. The graphics quality becomes worse, and here in the trees. And what's going on with this one? Did it happen when we were using the FSR 4 or the Intel XeSS? You can see the fans there, the fans here, and then the iron here and around here. I'm going to change it to Intel XeSS. Now everything. Oops, we have this. The problem exists actually. What about the FSR 4? FSR 4. FSR 4. We have this issue, and the the graphic here, and sometimes I don't know. What about the car? I'm just going to move around. Okay, so we have a bit simmering here in the car, the back of the car, and I'm going to change to FSR 4 to let me know whether it fixes the issue. So this is fixed. We don't have any simmering here, so the graphics quality kind of improves. Alright, so that's how it's done. It's pretty much easy, but if you're going to use now I'm going, wait a minute. Alright, can we compare it again to the FSR 3.1.5 that is weaker Alright, so the graphic quality is decreased. You can see the reflection of or the shadow of the leaves here, actually not pretty well rendered. What about the Intel XeSS? Kind of similar, or it was just my eyes that has deceived me. This is the FSR 3.1. What about FSR 4? So it looks much better for me in my eyes. Now we are going to activate the frame generation, and this is, please select FSR frame generation. All right, we haven't selected it. I'm going to go to the in-game settings. I'm going to close the window. Going to press. I'm going to go to this one. So you can see that I'm using a 1440 p monitor. Now we're going to turn it on. Alright, I'm going to turn it on and apply changes. Alright, accept. And make sure that we need to activate the frame generation in the OPTISCALER. Now we need to click on it. Now you can see there that the frame time is thickened, and we've got almost a double FPS boost. Alright, just make sure to click on save i9, and it only works if you're in the windowed full screen mode. Just make sure that you don't activate the exclusive full screen mode for the what was I saying? Alright, so in the window mode, just make sure you go and activate this one instead of the exclusive full screen, because sometimes it will not work for the Intel frame generation. So you can see that we've got a higher FPS with the current graphics settings. So that's how it's done. Oopsie, I'm going to press the insert key again, and this actually we are using the FSR 4.0.2, and I believe it works pretty much. It works well in my current settings. Alright, so we've got the GPU running in the 95%, meaning that we don't have a bottleneck here. And for the CPU, is actually this game is quite CPU intensive. It goes above 70%. And what about the CPU clock? Oops. Oh, it seems that I disable the CPU clock monitoring. I'm going to enable it in the next video. Alright, so that's how you do it to install the FSR 4 as well as the frame generation for the Marvel Spider-Man 2. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button, and please consider clicking on the subscribe, because it takes effort for me to make this video. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to finish here.